Hey YouTube, it's Life Prepper here. We're entering hurricane season soon, and I want to talk to you about the absolute most important prep that you can make. And that's having a bug out location, actually having somewhere to go. And this does not mean that you have to have 10 acres in a remote location with a good spring. It, it doesn't have to cost that much. You have four choices if you don't have your own location to go to: friends or family, hotels, a campground, or if all else fails, a Walmart parking lot. So the first thing you do is decide where you're going to go. It needs to be at least 30 miles away. 45 to 60 is safer. Don't plan to run to the shelter, especially if you have pets. The shelter may already be full. The shelters may not be safe. Think of Katrina and the Superdome. And most shelters do not allow pets. Please don't assume that you're going to stay and you're going to stick it out no matter what. You do not get to make that decision. Whether it's wildfires or hurricanes, tornadoes or earthquakes, these things happen every single year annually. We know that they're coming, and we know that at some point Mother Nature may decide that we need to leave. Don't let pride get in your way. Don't let material desires like keeping your home and keeping your things safe get in your way. When a hurricane decides to tear down your house or flood you out, you're not going to be able to keep all of your material possessions safe. The most important thing is your life. So, choose an area at least 30 miles away. 45 to 60 is safer. If it's friends or family that you're going to go to, call them and set up a plan for you to evacuate to their home. Keep their phone number in your cell phone, keep it posted by your home phone, and keep a copy of it in your evac bag. You may want to set up a hidden key on their property in case you arrive at 3 o'clock in the morning, or you arrive and they're actually not home. If you don't have friends or family in that area, find 3 hotels that are in that area. And if you have pets, make sure that the hotels you find allow pets. Now, why are we choosing 3? In case the first 2 that you call are full. Get the phone numbers of these hotels, post them on your fridge, store them in your cell phone, put a copy of their information in your evac bag. Call them and find out for each of them what their nightly rate is. Find out what their reservation requirements are. For example, do they need a credit card? If they do, and you don't have a credit card, go to Walmart now and get a Visa debit card that you can load up with some money. Put enough on it for 3 nights of the most expensive of those 3 hotels, and some money for a few meals. Same thing for a campground. Find a campground in that area, get their number, their nightly rate, their reservation requirements, whether they take credit or debit cards or just cash. Some campgrounds only take cash. If all else fails, map yourself a route to a Walmart parking lot. They do allow overnight campers, even in your vehicles, in their parking lots, and it's going to be safer to be 60 miles away from the natural disaster in your car than it will be to be sitting in your home after an evacuation order, waiting for your roof to fly off. Map out multiple routes to your bug out location. Keep that map in your vehicle and keep a copy of it in your evac bag. Now, why do you want to do all this? So you do have a place to go to. Don't assume that they'll have rooms available once an evac order goes out and everyone else gets in their car and starts fleeing. By the time you get to that area with traffic, they could be full. We all remember the traffic of Hurricane Rita when Houston was backed up as far as you could see and people were on the road for hours. Call the hotels or the campground or your friends and family before you leave or as soon as you get on the road. And if you're the one driving, have a passenger call and reserve a room so that there will be one waiting for you. Please only reserve one room. The point is to be safe, not to live in luxury. This is an emergency evacuation situation. There are other people evacuating too, and they also need rooms. Please do not let pride get in your way. Don't decide that you're going to stay home, you're going to ride out the storm, or you've never had a wildfire in your area and one's never going to come, or you don't think there will ever be an earthquake that will shake you up enough that you need to leave. At some point, your life becomes more important than your pride, than your material possessions, and at some point, Mother Nature will decide that you need to leave your home right now. The most important thing is to keep your family safe, and the only way that you can actually do that is to have some place to go. There are people who think that they are just going to jump into their cars and drive off and find a national forest somewhere and stay there and be safe. Unless your name is Dave Canterbury, that is not going to work. So it's just really simple, really easy preps. Choose an area 30 to 60 miles away. Find friends or family or 3 hotels or a campground or a Walmart in that area. Get phone numbers, addresses, reservation info for your location and store it. Have an emergency credit or prepaid card with enough funds for 3 nights and a few meals. Map out multiple routes to that area. Call before you leave or as soon as you get on the road, and reserve a room or a spot so that you'll have a safe place waiting for you. Please, everybody, stay safe this hurricane season and wildfire season and tornado season, and hopefully we won't get an earthquake, but we know these things come each and every year. It's crazy not to prep for them. This has been Life Prepper. Thank you very much for your time. Stay safe.